Dear lords and ladies, I'm Giacomo from your community management team and I welcome you to the first Empire Q&A session. In this new format, our designer and producer will answer your questions collected on our communication channel during last month. We hope you will like this new format. We will improve it time after time following your feedback. So don't forget to tell us your opinion in the comments below, on our forums and in our social media channels. Subscribe to make sure not to miss the next session. So welcome Ulrike, our game designer, and for you we have the first question from our players. It's about decorations. Are you planning to implement the possibility to move decorations between castles or outposts in the future?
Move decorations between outposts or castles is very complicated with the current design implementation. So for now we don't plan to bring this into the game.
Thank you very much, and we can move on to the next question. We are here with Freddy now, another of our game designer. Welcome to you as well. The first question for you is about events. When do you plan to bring in Empire and Empire for Kingdoms a completely new and original event?
Yeah, so we actually already introduced a new event mechanic to the Nomads, the Khan's Revenge. I've got really positive feedback about that from you guys, thanks. And we want to introduce more new event mechanics to older events and also new events in the future, and in the late 2017 we will already have a new event mechanic which is PvP driven.
Whoa. We have another question for you before you leave us, and it's about the foreign invasion and the Blood Crows. Do you plan to change the way that troops numbers are defined in these castles? We currently have big castles that are very rare for players, and in order to progress in the event, you have to attack many smaller castles.
We understand that there's some potential for frustration for some players, but the behavior is intended, so we want the big cool castles to be very rare, because glory is something very important in our game, and we don't want to give out too much glory too easily, because it should be a challenge to hold the titles and get the activity rewards from the event.
And thank you very much. Now we welcome Ben here with us, another game designer. The first question for you is about food. Have you thought about reviewing the food shortage process?
Yeah, we are currently working on that, and with the next update we are already reducing that you cannot lose food during an update, so your troops won't starve during that. And we're also working on a system that you can better see your food storage and food consumption from everywhere in the game.
And the second question for you is about legendary levels. Will there be a system in the future to divide legendary levels into different brackets in the rankings?
Yes, we definitely plan to divide the legendary levels into brackets. In the rankings we will have a bigger ranking league update in the future, and we want to make the battle experience for all players way better than it currently is regarding the rankings.
Thank you, that's good news. We'll welcome Martin, the producer of Empire and Empire for Kingdom. And for you we have 3 questions, the first of which is again about events. What are the specific reasons that events like the Thor King Underworld or the Blade Coast and the Royal Capitals are not running right now? And what is the time frame of seeing them back?
Those events pose a little bit of challenge on various fronts. So one is at least a technical one. We have a lot of defects on it, so we need to get into a more concise bug fixing phases for those. But also from a perspective that the variety is interesting for the players is also against the other events that we're planning, including new events, as Frederick already talked about. So this is a balancing out of the things. But of course we have events now running again, and we try to fix up that it's again reliable for the players.
Next question for you is again about events, and more specifically about Barrymont. Why isn't the Battle of Barrymont happening more often? Currently the players are not able to retain the top titles with this schedule.
So first off, we really know how much the players like this event, and we also like that event a lot, and so we already tried to rebalance some of the stuff, but especially the DK. But for us also, like with the other events, it poses a challenge also on a technical front, so we're really trying to make it more reliable. As of now, we are letting that event on both games running each once a month, but it is of course not enough, and we know that, but we'll try to stabilize it and are working really hard to get it up running more reliably for the players. Absolutely.
And the last question for Freddy here, it's A general question about Empire and Empire for Kingdom. The players would like to know what will you do to motivate them to play the game even longer?
Yeah, so we want to support Empire and Empire for Kingdoms for a long time, and the most important thing is you guys, the players. So what we want to do is find new ways how to communicate with the community, like for example this format. And also when it comes to content, we want to deliver content in a different way. We already started with that with the last 2 updates, so we will have monthly content packages which contain, like for example, new rewards and also new researches and stuff like that. And then we will have bigger updates, like for example the Khan's Revenge, which include new mechanics and new interesting big content to the game.
And thank you very much, Freddy. And the second question for you is about a very important topic for our community, and it's PvP. How are you going to reintroduce PvP as a core aspect of the game?
Yeah, like you already said, PvP is very important for the player and also for us, and we try to improve there. So currently we're analyzing data we got from the Jam Effect rework to see where we can improve and where we have to improve, and we're trying to introduce PvP more with events that are coming that Freddy already talked about, so something to look forward to.
And one last question for you is about bugs. How do you plan to handle the growing list of bugs and glitches in the game?
So in generally, I think some of the players already kind of like notice it, that we are much more active in fighting those bugs. But in generally, especially the community bugs are a little bit left alone. But since we're changing our processes and are much nearer to the community and with you guys, we actually taken that now into the process, and hopefully over the next couple of updates they will see how that list will diminish more and more, and that we take their feedback very seriously. As of now already, with Khan's Revenge, we already had some feedback on that as well, and we take that into consideration. So that's one part of it. But of course, on the other end, we also try to raise our quality assurance more to tools and automation, so that's also important for us. So we're working, it's an ongoing process, and over time, and hopefully then, especially next year, people will feel more and more that it's more reliable, the features that we deliver, and the old features, including the events, get more reliable, and we can start them again.
That sounds like good news for the community. Thank you very much.
No problem.